Now we've come up the stairs from the second floor to the third floor. One of the big differences is that on the second floor you're allowed to converse with your classmates. On the third floor it's a little bit more reserved and you have to be quiet. You'll see straight ahead is a cordoned off portion of the room called the reading room or the quiet room. This place is restricted access for law students only.
But, Mr. Orr, isn't the entire library restricted to law students only?
My child, if only it were so. Indeed, that assumption was correct many, many years ago. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Something you wouldn't learn until you start here in first year. But the story begins many years ago with the birth of our first president.
When the boy was born, like all law students, he was inspected. If the child failed to show interest and aptitude for the law, then he would be discarded and sent to the Faculty of Fine Arts. From the time he could stand, he was baptized in the fire of legal education.
The truth! You can't handle the truth!
Taught mens rea, habeas corpus, the rule against perpetuities, and that dying while protecting the Weir Memorial Library from SNAIL intrusion was the greatest glory he could achieve in life. During his adolescence, the boy began losing focus on his law training. He began indulging in his cravings that could only be satisfied by Diet Coke and older women.
Yeah, actually my dad has a cottage. We should go up for the weekend. He's got a boat. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Hi, Anne. Who's this young man? I'm Lisa.
Hi.
I'm Allison.
Hi, I'm David.
Hi, David.
I'm late for class. I've got to go.
Oh, no.
We'll talk to you later.
Nice to meet you, David.
See ya.
David's late for class. You know what? You better write him a note. Bye. David has a bike.
That's a great bike.
Some things you justify, some you don't.
At age 18, as is customary in law school, the boy was taken from his mother and tossed into the wild. Equipped only with a copy of the Canadian Income Tax Act and a can of Red Bull, manufactured by 300 years of law school tradition to create the greatest law students ever known. The wolf begins to circle the boy. Claws of black steel. Fur as dark as night. Eyes glowing red. Jaws from the pit of hell itself. His hands are steady. His form perfect. So the boy returns to law school, once given up for dead. He returns a president. Our president, Mandamus.
This story's ridiculous. Just bear with me, kid.
The law library was a place we could all come and be comfortable with each other, and not have to worry about students from other faculties taking up our tables and disturbing our learning. That is until one day that forever changed in the law library.
Remember, never simply rely on your cans. Your exams are only as good as your class notes. What is it?
An undergraduate messenger awaits you.
Remember the lesson.
Class notes and case summaries.
Class notes and case summaries. What message bring you? Tables?
and plugs.
You come all the way from sub for tables and plugs?
Do not be coy or stupid, undergraduate. You can afford neither in law school.
If you value your library, Mandamus, listen closely. The Snail King conquers and controls all he rests his eyes on. He leads an army so massive, it deafens young children with its chatter. What's that? Yes. An army so vast, it alone could keep energy drink companies in business. All that the mighty Snail King asks of you is this: a simple offering of tables and plugs, a token of the law school's submission to the will of the Snail King. Ha ha!
Submission. That's a bit of a problem. Rumor has it, the fine arts faculty has already turned you down. And if those emo kids and hippies have that kind of nerve, then...
We must be diplomatic.
And of course, law students have their reputation to consider.
Choose your next words carefully, as they may be your last as the LSA president.
Tables and plugs.
Madman! You're a madman! No man, undergraduate law, threatens a messenger.
You come to our library and threaten our study spaces with no regard for our absolute need of complete and utter silence. I've chosen my words carefully, messenger. Maybe you should have done the same.
This is blasphemy! This is madness!
Madness? This is law school! LSA, prepare yourselves for battle! Watch my computer.
Our president knew what he had to do. He had to climb to the peak of the law center. The 4th floor, to seek the blessing of the deans to go to rule. The 3 deans of law school, more creature than man, creatures whom even President Mandamus must kneel to and beg. For no LSA president has ever attempted to restrict access to the law library without the dean's blessing.
So, let me get this straight. You want to engage the undergraduate students in bloody warfare to prevent them from using the law library?
Yes.
And you want us to give you our blessing to do so?
Yes.
This is the most insanely idiotic idea I have ever heard. Just listening to it has made everyone in this room stupider. We grant you no blessing. May the gods have mercy on your soul.
Oh, come on!
We must consult the oracle.
Only choose the most beautiful of the law students to live amongst them as an oracle. Their beauty is their curse.
The oracle says, no dice.
The journey back down was much harder.
Crusty old beans.